Hello.
Hello, everyone. Hello. Welcome to year two of QuakeCon at home. And in the grand tradition of QuakeCon at home, I'm a bit under the weather today, so apologies for this rich, velvety voice I seem to have developed in the last 24 hours. And as I cough and sniff my way through this stream, apologies. Not intended, but somehow is tradition. It is, of course, QuakeCon at home, and it's that time of the year where I have to ask myself, did I use enough duct tape to secure this webcam for the duration of the stream? We will find out as we press ahead. You are, of course, watching a Doom Eternal stream. Those of you who were around last year may remember that Rob and I, with the band Higher Power, worked through Art Complex, looked at some of the Easter eggs. Since then, more have come to light, so we're going to push on with Art Complex today. But there's a bit of a twist in this one. We are joined by some very, very big guns when it comes to wiping out the baddies of Doom Eternal. Let me first introduce you to my good friend Rob O'Neill. Some say the fastest FPS fingers in the West. Some say the chairman of the Fallout 76 Waste Lunchers stream.
Who
Mr.
are these
Robert.
people?
It's you, Rob. It's you, Rob. Hello, Rob. How are you?
Hello. I'm good, thank you. Happy QuakeCon, as Neil introduced. It's good to be back in front of Doom Eternal for sure, with a very special guest, as Neil mentioned. So,
Without further ado, let us introduce you to your friend and mine, Simon. Hello, how are you?
Hi, how are you? Are you okay? You're sounding a little bit rough there. I hope you're gonna make it through.
I have my sanctioned weak lemon drink to see me through this next hour. Other drinks are, of course, available. Hopefully, we can get through it. I'm good. I got my reinforcements back here. I'm all ready to get on with Doom. Simon, there's a very obvious elephant in the room, and that would be your conventional day job. For the benefits of those at home, can you tell us what you do during the day?
Yeah, so I am what's known as a priest, a vicar, a minister, a pastor, whatever you want to call me. But I'm a vicar in the Church of England, so I'm an ordained priest. I have a normal parish job, so I'm the vicar of a place called All Saints in Belvedere. I live in a vicarage, a place where a vicar lives, and and I live next door to a church. So my commute in the morning is about 20 paces, so that's not too bad.
I'm very jealous of that. I'm very jealous of that commute. It's thank you for being here, Simon. It is
You're very welcome.
frankly stunning. It's not what I expected to be doing at QuakeCon at all, but the opportunity to work with a gaming vicar is fantastic. And so you're also to be found online. That's how we came across you. I believe you stream
Absolutely.
gaming.
I do, yeah. So I've only been streaming for the last year, only the last sort of few months really on Twitch. Yeah, so I've developed a little bit of a name for myself, you might say. So it caught a few people's interest, this gaming vicar thing.
It certainly does. And have you been gaming for a long time?
I guess just after birth, maybe. I'm obviously I know I look very young, but I was born in the 70s. I grew up in the 80s, so I've literally run everything from Spectrum 48Ks, little Atari cartridge systems, all the way through Sega's, PCs, then onto Xbox, and back onto PC now.
Back onto PC. Welcome back onto PC. Well, we will come to. I have several questions, and I'm sure Rob does too. But we're very thrilled for you to be laying down some righteous retribution on the
That's what I'm
baddies
here
of
for.
Doom Eternal.
Yep,
That's
yep.
literally what it's here for. Who better? Literally, who better? I mean, in the US, I know we get the streams with Marty, but I'm going to say, Simon's got some big guns in his corner. Let's see how we do. Simon, Simon is steering when it comes to Doom Eternal. Simon, can you start Art Complex and let's have a look at where we are?
We're right at the beginning
Good.
with no ammo by the looks of things.
Well, that's all right. I have a feeling you'll soon be able to acquire some.
Good news for the faithful.
We do have
So-
good memories of this this location and what we'll be covering in
yeah.
it from last year.
Started things off with a bang.
This area is no longer secure. Evacuation.
So the first thing I'll notice is obviously, Simon, you've had the game for a few weeks now, because I can see you've acquired some additional armor there for your Slayer.
I have got some different guns in my belt, ready to take down some of these demons.
Fantastic. You at home may notice, because we're coming from Simon's home to Rob in the office, to me at home, to you at home, notice some of the settings have been dampened a little, but hopefully that's not going to spoil your enjoyment. So Simon, you're going to deal with these demons here.
I
and
hope
know
so.
I'm relatively confident. There we go, an absolute surgeon with the rocket launcher.
Well, yeah, we just whatever's to hand, really.
I
See
mean,
what I've got left.
if it works, it works. So there's a doorway in front of you, the shop here. I'm going to ask you to return to it in a second once you've got rid of these baddies. Here's our old friend Whiplash.
Here we go.
There we go.
Right. That feels better now.
You can think about what he's done.
Oh, Whiplashes! I have bad memories with
Here
those.
we go.
They are very
A
tricky.
little bit more ammo helps a great deal.
So you're not shy when it comes to, the biggest tool for the job.
No, use what you got. I see. I play a few other games where you have to be a little bit more cautious with your ammo.
Right.
And, I've realised in this game, whatever you got, shoot it at them.
Yes.
Just
Yep.
use it. Just use it.
That reminds me of
Like
that.
that.
There's like a little tooltip for the the Tyrant. What was it
Yes.
in? What was it the Cyber Demon in
keep-
2016?
yeah,
How?
Keep shooting it until it's dead.
Yeah.
Yeah,
How
yeah,
to
yeah,
beat?
yeah,
How
it's
to beat
a
it?
great motto.
Right.
Right, you want me to
able
go back to a shop?
Yeah, please. So what we're looking for here? No, you're going to
Too
back
far?
where you were.
Yeah.
So this little
That one in
shop
front there.
here.
Yeah.
Yep. So what we're looking for is the two pillars in the center of the room. If you slowly pan round these pillars. So there's the first one. That bloody handprint has not been confirmed, but Rob and I believe that this is a homage to the Dark Brotherhood of the Elder Scrolls games.
Mm.
I actually thought that this one had been taken out. I was checking this earlier on today, and it took me ages to find it, but it's still there.
Is that the one behind the other pillar? No,
That's it.
it's further. Oh yeah, there it is.
There
Yeah.
we go. So this is Claycat by an artist called Dan Hardcastle. He's made two Claycat shorts of Claycat, doing the job that we're doing now on stream and battling the forces of evil. So you should be able to find them online. But there we go. Those are two that people often miss. Sorry. All right, Simon, you can proceed with your hostilities now.
Right. Good.
Although what I will do is ask you to return to this sweet shop that you find yourself in. It's where better to make a stand. So very good. You took off the Revenant's weapons.
Yeah.
You know what
I
you're
mean,
doing.
clearly learning like the weak points is really important. Forgetting the weak points at times as well, but trying as much as possible to remember how best to take these demons down. I've learnt my lore. I've learnt how to deal with these beasts. Generally, up close with that is quite good. But
Yeah. There's not a lot going to walk away
well, the
from
rocket
that, that's for
launcher,
sure.
that when all else fails, firing a rocket into their faces seems to do the job. Right,
There
so
we
we've got a
go.
sweet shop.
We do have a sweet shop, and you could have a look at the designs there. But I've noticed the two at the end here, a little bit further along towards the door. That's it. That little stand there, just a little to your right, literally as if you're going to leave. There we go. This stand here. Two references to id's older titles. We have Commander King here. And his Dopefish pal. Dopefish appears several times in Doom Eternal as a little bonus. And I believe the wall behind you has some familiar faces on the packets as well there.
Yeah.
There we go. If you know, then you know. Right, okay, on with the carnage, Simon. Let's proceed through the complex.
Onwards and
Ever
potentially
onwards.
downwards. We'll see.
There's the monkey. Monkey bus close range is just awful. Like them and the Reactotrons. Early game is what I struggle with most.
Oh. Is it just you're just icked out by spiders? Or?
It's not so much that, it's just that I'm often a terrible aim with the turret on top. That's their weak point, of course. But early game, at least, when you haven't got like the heavy cannon with the scope.
I find that, and there was me bigging up your FPS prowess, and you've just dispelled it. But that's
like,
okay.
once you give me all the weapons, I'm fine.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. This is the sign I don't like to see. Low ammo on just about everything. Here we go. It's time to use the chainsaw, definitely.
Yep.
Well, there we go. That's topped
There
you
we
up.
go. Using the plasma on these shields is really key.
Yeah.
to
You don't see many people remember that little tactic, because it sends like the big shockwave out as well.
Yeah.
Knocks them all out.
It's one of the first ones I had to learn. They were absolutely battering me. You've certainly got your crowd control down, Simon. It's very impressive.
I'm used to dealing with a big congregation, and they can be quite unruly at times. So you have to know how to deal with it. Obviously, this is not my chosen method for a Sunday morning, but
No.
they call ministry is a bit like herding cats. So
this is
easy.
another.
This is actually pretty simple compared to being a parish priest. I'll be honest.
So once we deal with this empowered demon, there's a little shop here, literally where he's standing, that we'll go into. I think that's the last Easter egg in this part of the complex. So how many people do you normally get on a Sunday morning, Simon?
Sunday mornings is well, I mean, we're just getting back to normal at the moment, so it's
Yeah.
whatever that is, and we generally are around 100 people, 80 to 100 people.
Wow.
So we're a fairly busy church. We're not, only in a small town in southeast London. But we get quite a crowd. We do all right, and it's a lovely place at work.
So just back up just a little, Simon, if you can. We're just going to go to that little shop there. Crumbs.
Okay, I will do.
That's all right.
Panic.
It's pressing. I grant you, it's pressing.
Right. Am I going back upstairs?
Yeah.
Right, okay.
If we can.
Yeah.
We
Okay.
will.
There you go.
If we can.
Yeah. He says. Calling back. Yeah. Okay. This little shop.
The one down, back down into that hole. Yeah. The one to your left. The other hole.
Okay.
That one.
I will get
Yeah.
there. I've never been good with directions. It's fine. Right.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah. I'm here.
Yep. And then
So-
the.
Yeah. If you walk into the shop.
Yep, that one.
Yep, this one. And if you go close to the cash register, you should see a post-it note on there. For
It
the
says,
eagle-eyed,
Not a mimic.
not a mimic, which is a reference to Arcane's Prey, where this very mug, in fact, pays homage to.
Oh, we have got
Once
the
again,
we have got the
continuing
little
my,
we have got the little mimic statue in the other room. I should have brought that in.
Okay.
Next time. Right, there we go. We can now exit this in your own speed, Simon.
Okay.
Yeah, we've got plenty.
I remember this bit.
Arc is no more. Please evacuate immediately.
So did you, obviously, as you said, you have quite a history with gaming in general. Did you ever play the original Doom when it
The original
came out?
Doom.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just, yeah. I mean, The thing is, they're still absolute classic games, aren't they? I mean, you can't. There's something about, and the great thing about I found with Doom Eternal is that you haven't lost the gameplay side of it. You've still got that. It's still so much fun to play. So many games have got I mean, the graphics on here are amazing and beautiful, but so many games have trusted so much in the graphics, you lose the gameplay. But this is still Doom. Maybe some of the purists will not agree with me, but I still feel like this is the action, the fighting that you want to see. But plus the Easter eggs and the little hidden parts of the game, which make it interesting. So I'm not sure I could remember anything from the original game, but so good. It's so good. And now I'm stuck in purple, but it's all right.
Well, it's all right. It slows us down. It's fine. It's fine.
I know there is like a setting in the menu, so if you wanted like the guns in the center of the screen, like the classic games, you can do that if you want. I can't get used to it though. It throws me right off.
If you progress far enough in this game, you can, of course, unlock the original Doom to play in your fortress base. It's all in there. Perfect.
I do love that weak point.
There he is. I just so happen to have one to hand. He's very dismayed at what he's seeing, Simon. Our poor cycloptic friend. There we go. We've certainly mastered being agile, which I think is a difference from where we started. Like, it becomes paramount to your survival to keep moving and juggling.
The bouncing around and keeping moving is and also moving, especially in these sorts of levels where you're clearing out a load of mobs. It's like it's so key to kind of clearing that part of the level. Just running around, you pick up all sorts of perks and bonuses and extra ammo if you keep moving around. If you try and stay and fight in one place, everything just descends on you.
So, whilst you're here, Simon, do you want to return to the very special phone box? So back the way you came.
Yeah.
And there we have, in this crushed alcove, a 20th century phone box. If you can just about make that out, a very special antenna on top of it, which would lead you to believe that this was once occupied by Bill and Ted on their excellent adventures. Where they are now, we don't know. It's not looking good. Can you?
I haven't actually seen the new movie. I've got to at some point. Is it out yet? Even
It is out. It's out on services.
I should have watched that. So,
Can you?
Oh no!
Sorry,
More. Go for it. Yeah.
There is more. Yeah, if you can return to just where you were, where you found that phone box.
Yep.
And then when you get there, do a 180 and look at the back of the pillar. It will tuck behind that bin. There should be a quote written there.
Life is never completely without its challenges.
SL.
SL? Does anyone in chat know who SL might be, I wonder?
So this is a quote taken from an interview with the late, great Stan Lee. Obviously a hero to most. I don't think anyone was expecting him to crop up in a Doom game, but there we are. There we go. You can press that button and continue with the blasting. It certainly is.
I do enjoy this part of this level. It is. It's they're kind of getting on the big guns. These guys.
The pinkies.
Oh, you get the tips, jump over them, speed dash past them, and it still seems to hit me. So you just, give up.
Well, the connoisseurs amongst us would hit them right in the bum. That seems to be the weak spot. In the pinkies.
I can't. I try.
But easier said. Oh, that was very ambitious of that zombie.
They get very brave, don't they?
Exceptionally brave. Have you got a least favourite enemy so far, Rob?
In Doom in general, I mean, like I said, Mancubus, as long as I keep at a distance to those things, but when you get close, no,
for me,
bad day for me.
It's the Archvile for me, I think, is... I always get nervous when that's about.
Yeah, because they buff all the other enemies, don't they?
They sure do.
I mean, I am wearing
Alright.
the Mancubus
This
shirt
guy's,
today.
this guy's not fun.
No, he is not. Goes down the same way once you get that armor off.
That's what I mean. Like, you got regular Mancubus and then the armored ones, extra tough.
How can we make mancubuses worse? Let's make them stinky and toxic.
So I think the tip for them was blood punching them. 'Cause
Yeah.
it knocks the armor off. Well, again, that means getting close to them, which you just don't want to do.
There we go.
We get there in the end.
Exactly. So, Simon, ahead of you, before we can get to blasting big tentacles, we have a number of standoff fights and the jumps ahead of us. So, as you blast away, we may have to ask you a few questions about
Yeah, you go for it.
life and
sure.
liberty. So, when people find you streaming online,
Yep.
do they understand straight away your day job and that it's no act, you're the real deal?
Yeah, there's a little bit because quite a lot of the time, if it's a day that I'm working, I'm wearing this
Yeah.
getup. You know, that's just normal. And I've made a little bit of a promise that if it's a day that I'm wearing the collar, I'm wearing the collar and stream. So I don't get changed partway through the day to get into streaming gear, some kind of cool Christian hoodie or something like that. I'll you know, it's what I'm wearing. But also on the days that I'm not working, I get a Monday off of all things. I get when I have a Monday off, I'm wearing normal clothing, if you like, if you could put normal clothing. That's
Yeah.
what I'll wear on stream, so I'm not kind of getting dressed up as a vicar. I am a vicar, that's what I am. I'm a priest, it's what I am, whether I'm wearing a collar or not. So I just try and wear the clothing I'm wearing. So, but yeah, what often happens, I don't think there's huge amounts of surprise, but it raised a few eyebrows. But generally, it just the whole vicar thing just means people get a chance to ask a question of a vicar that they might not get a chance to ask always. People are really, really nice actually about it all. So I absolutely thought that going into gaming that I would probably get a bit of stick from certain groups, shall we say. It's not been the case. Everyone is really kind. Quite often in my chat, one of the first things people say to me is, "I'm not religious, but," or "I'm an atheist, but," and that's followed by some really good conversations. People are really, really, really friendly and kind and respectful, and that's great. I mean, that's what you want in any gaming environment.
Yeah.
Actually, I find the gaming communities in general. Yeah, we know there's places of toxicity, but actually the gaming communities are really, really powerful, but friendly, helpful, supportive places. So, right, I need to think where I need to go next. Maybe.
There we go.
That window just opened up with the
I see.
the hang bar. So if you just go there, over there, with our
I see.
flashy marker is.
Okay. Yeah. I will work it out.
Don't you worry, we're in no rush.
Yeah. So yeah, it's people generally. Here we go. People are really friendly. They're interested. They often ask why I'm doing something like this. But the conversation is always good. And that's one of the reasons I do what I'm doing. It's more. So one of the things someone asked me was, "Oh, is this just to get people back in the church?" And I laugh because like some of my followers are in the Netherlands. I've got friends I play games with in Texas. I don't think they're popping in for a Sunday service in Belvedere somehow. Not. So yeah, it's not about that. It's about one of my jobs is helping people, and it puts me in a place where I can reach certain groups of people that wouldn't normally be reached by the church, to kind of give a nice safe place to have conversations too. Do I?
Yeah.
I do that. Which is good. Healthy conversations, get people to a chance to talk to me, ask me about stuff, but also, you know, just generally people coming in, talking about life in general, how their day's been. I really need to get some more ammo here. How their day's been, to kind of when they've had a tough time. I often get people talking to me about bereavement, and maybe they've not really thought, you know, not. Let's face it. There's a very small number of people who go. Do you know what? I'm feeling a bit down at the moment. I'll go to my local church and speak to my vicar. I don't think that really comes to mind. However, if they're already online, they're gaming, they come across the streams, it's somewhere where they can actually go and have a chat about stuff. And my community as well, really supportive. And you know what it's like. You go into a gaming chat and you say, "Look, I've had a really crap day." What happens? Everyone gathers around and says, "Oh, sorry to hear that." You know, you get a bit of support. People care. And I think finding supportive communities is really good. And it's not just mine. It doesn't have to be some vicar streaming. There's loads of good gaming communities which are really, really, really supportive and helpful. I actually want that. Sorry, just thinking about the game at the same time.
Yes, because you're doing very well.
There's loads of really good communities out there, and every time, because I watch streamers as well, and every time I go and watch a streamer, I often find that I'm pausing for a moment because this bit's hard.
Yes, it is.
I find the chat is generally, if someone's had a really rough time, they're right behind you. So it's really nice to find these positive communities out there, and I think gaming is a great place for it. But yeah, I just offer something perhaps a little bit different.
I don't want to jinx anything, and that's
This is the other thing about the game, though, isn't it? It's I came into it thinking, oh, here we go, kind of shoot everything, shooter, smash everything up, blow everything up. The puzzles in it. Now, do I do it from there? I can't remember now. I think I do it from here.
Yeah,
still.
do it from there. There is like another little wall to the.
Yeah. That's it. And I've just messed that up as well. Done it again.
That's all right.
Now. This is that's just to show you how not to do that part. There is a little wall, isn't there? That's right. Okay, right. And then you start getting frustrated and not taking your time over it, and then it all just disappears.
Yeah. So this will be the balcony, from here to the balcony.
Yeah, it's here to the balcony. Right, he says. And then he doesn't. As you can see, I'm fantastic. I don't stream because I'm very good at games. I'm not bad. You know. I do stream because I've got such a great personality. Didn't have to laugh then. There was no need for that. No.
I'm sorry. I
You
was
couldn't
just.
hold it in. You couldn't hold. Was that a sneeze or a cough? Was that?
Let's just say it was a cough. What popped to mind is you're very good at controlling the gamer rage. And does that come with the territory?
Yeah. I think generally I don't have that.
So if you stay here, like go on the monkey bar there. Yeah. Swing on the bar and then go to that wall on the other side.
There.
Yep.
That's what I find is that I keep catching the edge of the lip of that, and then it's
there.
and then
Now
it's a
you go
little
to that little wall. Yeah.
Yeah. Here we go.
That's teamwork.
Yeah. I mean, and if anyone's watching, these guys will give you in-game tips. You just need to personally contact them, and they'll be
surprised.
there for every game.
You'd be surprised. Rob and I tend to be 76 for us. A lot of people want to show us what they've built on Fallout 76, which we like.
That is a great idea, actually, because in 76 there's a pastor's outfit.
Oh no, there isn't, is there? Right, okay.
So
you're just getting Simon involved in 76 then.
Yeah.
That's it. I'm being recruited. So you got some more questions for me then?
Well, it's just Rob builds pros a very good one. I mean, obviously some games do have the outfit and whatnot. When you're playing games such as that, do you make yourself in games, or do you go just fairly general bloke?
I can't help myself from doing the whole. If you've got any you can create create a character. You can't help, like, mine always end up with ginger hair and a beard. So, admittedly, the hair's a bit more grey these days, but still, I do a bit of that. Also, if there is anything like a pastor or a priest, I think that's quite funny to do that. So I'd probably do that.
It's very nerve-wracking watching you do this.
It's always the same when you're watching someone else play, though, isn't it? Just
Yeah.
kind of. It's useful.
So as we were alluding to earlier, obviously, you know, gaming's a rich tapestry. Other games are available. So on your streams, you're playing a lot of survival-based shooters, which, you know, people might take as an odd choice. But again, you've been gaming for 30 years now,
Yep.
and this is the genre that you like.
I play such a mix. I'm not just a variety streamer. I've always played lots of different games. So I spent way too much time in my life playing World of Warcraft.
Yep.
Recently, it's been Tarkov. So they're very different games. Halo, love Halo. But Elder Scrolls, Skyrim, love the kind of that kind of WoW or RPG experience. Just all sorts of stuff. So, but yeah, I guess there's a little bit for people to go, you know, oh my goodness, look at the sort of games this vicar's playing. But when you become a priest, I don't think you should suddenly become someone else. I'm still Simon. I've always been Simon, and suddenly to be. So the way I call it in a very religious way is. God called me as I am. He called Simon. He didn't call a version of Simon which is holy and special and talks in a very posh voice and walks around very serenely all the time. He called Simon who plays video games and used to run a pub and.
Did you really?
I ran a pub. Yeah, I was a landlord of a pub, and. Yeah, so I was a doorman, a DJ. Before I became a priest, I was actually working for. I've always been a bit of a geek, you know. So I worked for Apple, and so I've had an interesting kind of past, you might say. But yeah, I was the guy behind the bar. I was the guy DJing on a Friday and Saturday night. I've done all sorts. So. Yeah, so as I say, I think the worst thing you can do is to try and pretend to be something you're not. So what you get is me. On my streams, what you get is me. As a priest, what you get is me. Whether that's challenging or not for some people, that's okay. I'm sure I know people will be challenged by me playing violent video games. But that's okay. That's cool. It's a chance to have a chat about it, you know.
I think you've got a few more to bash there down the stairs, I think.
I've missed some, have I? I thought they were going to...
Or they haven't come through the door yet, maybe.
Yeah, well, I'll pick up some armour, and hopefully one of them will kill the other, and they'll come and join me.
Do you get many people at church itself asking you about video games at all?
Yeah, so... some are my church is really supportive. They've seen what I've been doing for a while. So they kind of get what I'm doing. Again, okay. Again, to run out of ammo. I think the clickers, nothing comes out. But they're pretty supportive of me. They understand why I do it. I know that what my audience is. So one of the things you often get when you're hello.
There we go.
Yes,
little whiplash
nice.
toy for you.
That's going
It's
on the
his toy.
shelf. Well, you're moving about a bit.
Sure does.
Right. Yeah, so that's the trouble when you start fighting, you forget what you're saying.
So people are accepting of what you do.
Yeah. The church on a whole. All churches are kind of the Church of England are in what's called diocese. So I'm in the Rochester diocese, and they've been really good. In fact, they kind of hold them responsible for getting my name known out there, really, because I started gaming during lockdown.
Yeah.
I mean, that's you probably want to hear how it all started, really. But when lockdown came, I already cleared that. I suddenly found that all churches were closed, and it was how do we do church when you can't be in the church? So I learned how to stream very, very quickly, church services. And when I started learning OBS, so I started understanding broadcasting software. It's this idea that actually something I've been enjoying as wow, okay, this is
This part is
be careful.
okay. That's fine. Let's start tearing them up. Rip and tear, as they say. Rip and tear all the way around. But yeah, no, I learned the skills to use OBS and how to. That developed as it went on, just kind of making it a little bit more interesting, adding cameras, text, bits to the. So I learned it because I had to for church services. So once I learned those skills, I went, well, actually, I could do this. I could do this and stream myself. And I'd already noticed when I've been watching streams how many of them had people talking about their well-being. That's what there's a lot of this about. So I thought this might be a good way of reaching a certain group of people. My audience being 25 to 35-year-old males, not entirely, but a lot of them are, and 35 to 45, and 45 to 55, people as old as me. So I decided that actually it wouldn't be a terrible thing for me to do some streaming. So it was the church streaming services that got me into streaming gaming. And my diocese decided to write an article about it and put it in like their kind of magazine. And then it got caught by the local press, who decided to do an article in the. I mean, you've probably all heard of the News Shopper. I mean, it must be an
I have.
but in the News Shopper, they did an article about it. What happened then was it got picked up a few months later by the BBC. The BBC decided to do something. They were all in lockdown, so I had to film it all myself and then send them the details. And eventually, what happened was that they produced this piece on me, which went a bit. And I ended up live on BBC News in the middle of the day. It was just so random. And then I think it's all over. I did like a load of radio interviews about it all. I think it's all over. That's great. And then all of a sudden, a few weeks down the line, after it's all quietened down, I get a call from CBS who wanted to do a news article for US news. So there's actually I quite treasure the video of me appearing on CBS Miami and local stations, being called because no one was sure how to pronounce vicar, so we get a lot of okay, I probably need to do some of this.
Yeah.
I get called a vicar. A vicar, apparently. Come on.
Of course,
of course.
Man.
There's Monkey Bus again.
That's not where I really wanted to appear, was it?
No, but it looked impressive. That's what counts.
Here we go.
That's my
Bit more health.
It's my favourite animation. That one.
Oh, we've paused.
Oh.
Hold on a second. There we go.
There he is.
I'm sorry for my elderly cheap computer. It's actually really good, but that's a normal thing when you're a poor vicar.
Well,
And you use the proceeds of a cancelled holiday to pay for a gaming PC.
did you really?
Yeah, during lockdown, it all got cancelled. My wife got I say, cheap. I've got 4 children, so a family of 6. So even a holiday in a shed costs money.
Yeah.
So we cancelled the holiday, and that paid for my wife to get a DSLR camera. That was a bad move, actually. He's back. Right, okay.
Yeah, he's very keen.
God, they are just getting anxiety just watching this.
And yeah, this is
Wow.
this is definitely one of the tougher fights,
Yeah.
up until later in the game.
Oh, great.
To get through it unscathed is something else. So well, you got some feedback. You got some reimbursements which helped you get that computer.
Yeah. So I managed to get a gaming PC. My wife got a digital camera, DSLR, because she's into photography, and that's kind of what we invested the money in. Some hobbies to keep us going during lockdown.
Yeah.
And slowly I built up from, you know, barely buying the computer, and I cheap. You know what webcams were like at the beginning of lockdown?
I did.
They were gold dust. So some cheap that's my. I just realised that my stop that. So my my Alexa went off, and that's because I'm that much of a geek that. And a little bit of a Star Trek fan, that when I say computer, it actually speaks to me.
Oh, okay.
That's so bad, isn't it?
It's well, you know, it's your one school or the other. Rob is very
It's
much
still-
a Star Wars man, but you know, it's all good. It's all the same.
Right, okay. I might need to refocus on this.
That's quite all right. That is the magic of QuakeCon. You know, you were broadcasting from your neck of the woods. Rob is in London. I'm out in Hertfordshire.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to my invite to Dallas next year.
So
Oh, okay.
It hasn't been negotiated yet, I understand, but you know, I assume that's I assume that's, you know, on the cards and everything.
Oh well, I hope so. I hope so. We
Alright,
really.
okay.
That's all right. You got them. We certainly have been missing events, like you know.
Yeah, the real stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, the first 6 months was like, well, okay, and then you know, especially around you know Christmas time and things like that, we normally get our community together, especially the streamers or whatnot, or you know, there's Comic-Con, which is a great chance of getting fans together and just having a catch up, having a chat, you know. And just I really have been missing that. So hopefully we'll get back there.
Yeah.
You're almost at your big guns now.
I love
Almost.
the big guns. Love the big guns.
So this may mean, Rob, we may get to, and I don't want to jinx it, we may get Duragator, so just be ready for that one, Rob.
Yep. I remember where it is perfectly.
Perfect.
And
I love it so drawn out.
It's just when you get jump on the big guns in a game, it's just so satisfying. It really is.
The angle needed to destroy the remaining tentacle.
I must destroy. Right. But yeah, the puzzling in this game is so much fun as well, though. Just that it's I know I've already mentioned it, but it's so fun to kind of go, right, how do I get here? How do I go there? And you can see I've played this level before, but there's moments where I spend like a couple of minutes just looking around going, right, is there a wall I can land on? Is there a portal somewhere? Is there something I can break?
It gives you a breather.
It does. I'm no speedrunner. I've watched some of the speedruns. They're absolutely amazing, but I'm kind of using a bit overpowered stuff for this, but
No harm there.
no harm in going a bit OP. But yeah, it has so much more to it, and it's so brilliantly made. I'm looking forward to adding it to the stream. It's going to be interesting.
So, you know, obviously you've been gaming for a long time.
Yep.
And games have become more developed, more ambitious. You know, and now, you know, lots of games, certainly the last decade, have introduced, you know, sort of moral choices. Do you feel a bit of conflict there? Like, are you ever tempted to be the baddie, or are you going to play it?
Look.
so I've been playing some
Star Wars, Star Wars: The Old Republic, which is obviously full of decision making. And I'm playing. I can't help myself. I'm playing light side at the moment, but I am planning to do a dark side run. So get people to choose my decisions for me, and I know, however lovely my community are, I know exactly what they're going to do.
Yeah,
they're going to go making me make all the really evil, nasty decisions possible. That's just so going to happen.
We did something similar when we streamed our Fallout 4 playthrough, and we left a lot of the choices up to chat. There were like 3 rules though: no being mean to Codsworth, no being mean to
Dogmeat,
and Preston as well. Yeah, they were the rules.
But yeah, it was. I think we got off lightly. We let them choose the character name, and I think we got off lightly on that one.
Oh, that sounds risky.
It was. We really need to go back and finish that, actually. Right, another big fight coming up here.
Right, okay.
I don't want to jinx anything.
Oh,
No,
this level
it's
is really tough thinking about it now. Thinking back to it. Like, later ones, I struggled a lot with this level.
I think this was because obviously, like Art Complex, the first few levels are sort of getting you into the flow of it and teaching you how to do things.
Yeah.
And Art Complex for me was the first one that was like just slamming into a wall.
Yeah.
You know, I remember doing this and just, you know, every time you had these big fights, it's like, well, surely that's the end. Surely, you know.
And then the next mob spawns.
Yeah, and then worst of all, it obviously ends with the Marauder fight, you know, which Rob and I had seen the trailers and were thinking, well, how hard can he be? And that was an education.
Got a little nice little how to kill the Marauder asset out of it though.
Yeah, we did. You know, it's something that people were just taken aback by, even. So Rob put together a little asset showing you how it's done, a masterclass, but by no means did Rob and I get it first try. It really was an education.
This room in particular though. So I always remember, like, when you get into like arenas like this where the exit doesn't open up, it's always the big mobs that you have to take out first. Like, if you can try and ignore the little ones, because they just spawn infinitely while the big ones are still around. If you can try and take out the big ones first and just get through it as quick as you can, that tends to be the best tactic, because, like, but again, of course, you can't really help it unless if the little ones start mobbing you.
That's it, you know, you get to, you know, towards the end of the game and you don't even see them as a threat anymore. Like,
Yeah.
the little guys are just like, I'll come back for you later when I need a top up.
Yep.
So there's the Arachnotron, which, very good job at sniping there, Simon has to say.
I do like a bit of a snipe.
Yeah.
It's I guess that's the coward in me. I like to be hiding in the bush at some distance, shooting someone who can't even see me. That's how I play Tarkov. So no, not all the time.
I'm not a natural at sniping, it has to be said. It's one of the skills that elude me. I tend to be big, bold, as explodey as possible.
That's the best gun.
Yeah, you're doing very well. Again, don't want to jinx it.
Dear, can you stop saying that now, please?
I know.
Stop it.
I've stopped.
Right.
So obviously
Right,
you
now-
were going back to the business, you know.
Yep.
You were saying that, you know, a lot of your demographic, a weird way to think of it.
Yeah.
You know, it's you know, you get a lot of questions and asks for assistance on mental health, which is a huge issue for you know, I was going to say men might be oversimplifying it, but certainly males of that age seem to really struggle and reach out for help. So
Yep.
do you get people just coming on stream and just straight up asking, or do they?
A mixed bag. So some people just need a bit of emotional support, and they're really a bit of company.
Yeah.
So guys, you know, of a certain age, unless you've already established a group of friends, and it's really hard. But we all know some of the people we've played games with are people that will we do become really good friends with.
Yeah.
So, you know, there's people I've played with from all over this country and other countries that I've met playing video games. So they're real friends. There's this idea that, you know, it's a friend. It's just a friend in a game. You know, it's not a proper friend.
Can we,
It's a real
sorry,
friend.
Simon. Can you just stop there just a second, Rob? It's
Yeah.
really
Yeah,
good to tune
this
in
is
about this.
this is the room. So after you've got rid of that Hell Knight, so you see the crates on the right. Yep, those. If you just punch the right side of that, yep,
Okay.
cool, and punch it again. Just climb up on top of it. So before we go anywhere else, you see that little platform to your right now. Keep looking right there. Keep looking. Yeah, that little one with the light on it. Yeah, under there, you see that little thing in the goo.
Thing in the
okay.
gear. So that
Oh,
is
yeah.
the rarely seen Doom Eternal sewer gator.
So if you
Okay.
once you go over to that side, it'll like very quickly like
It'll
slip back under the goo.
scamper.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, it's very, very rarely seen. I don't know if we'll catch it in time. But sorry, Simon, we were talking about the very serious subject of
Subject
mental
of
health, and then
mental health,
stop
but
for a
no.
gator.
No. Stop. There's an alligator. Yeah, that's fair enough. Yeah, I have found that people kind of just want to come in and get and make friends and find company, and obviously we can do that with gaming, with Discords and getting groups together, pairing people up. And I've got a lot of people actually into streaming as well. So I've got other people to start streaming because they didn't have the confidence to do that, and that's given them something which is something they feel quite proud of. It means they can do something creative. I'm one of these people who's just seriously not creative at all. So this is something where I've actually been able to do something where I produce something. If I drew drawing, you'd think like a 2-year-old had done it. So it's good to do something that we actually make something. So if that makes any sense whatsoever.
It does.
So encouraging other people to do that. But then you get people who do ask me about their mental health and want support. Clearly, so my parish is 10,500 people. That was the last census, so probably more like 12,000 people now, which I'm responsible for. Whether they want me to be or not, I am. So I deal with a lot of mental health locally, issues around that, especially during the lockdown. So what I try and do is signpost people, so direct them to where they can find help. Now that's going to be a bit of a challenge in the future as I say, I've got more international followers, and how I find their local support and redirect them, because I haven't got a massive following or anything at the moment. I'm not expecting to, but even with 700 or 800, those people contact me about their mental health. I don't want to leave anyone behind. So there's a lot of making sure I've got the support in place. But yeah, it's a lot of it. Sometimes it's just people need conversation and someone to sort of air their problems with, and that's what I do. So one of the things people would call me is a pastor, and that's because I kind of pastor to people. I take care of them. So very much my ministry is quite often made up of just giving people help and advice and support. So okay. I don't know what I've just done there, but I've done it.
Turning on the other turret, I think, isn't it? So the good news is, Simon, the last time Rob and I attempted this on stream, we never got as far as the gator. So
Right.
credit to you.
Wow.
Credit to you. An Easter egg that not many people know exists until they watch this stream, of course.
Of course, that's what I'm here for. Right, I get to use the big gun again.
We do.
It's always
Wow.
awesome.
When I got that moment, it didn't work the first time I played through it. That was it. I was like, oh, where do I have to go now? I was so looking forward to shooting that gun.
Dr. Hayden's outpost.
I mean, so a lot of my time is spent just kind of chatting to people, a little bit talking about faith. People do ask me about that. Ask me what I believe, why I believe, that kind of thing, which you expect when you're a vicar. Clearly a Christian on a platform. people are going to. But again, you know, people are generally asking because they're interested. So, which is absolutely fine.
I mean, yeah, like you say, it has been an education. You know, own perceptions aside, you know, I was not expecting you to, you know, be around to play Doom Eternal, but I have learned a lot. My horizons have been broadened. So keeping an eye on the time.
Yeah,
I
sure.
don't know. I think we might make it to the Marauder. I don't know if we'll have time to stream it.
Especially, you know, if you give me another hour, I might get there.
Yeah, I was
Much
just about to
as I
say,
would like to.
we have got this car park now.
Yeah, much as I would like to, Ophelia, I think, is up next. I want to say that's the next stream.
Yeah.
Yeah, she'll be playing ESO with her gang, her UK gang. So do stick around and tune in for that one if you can.
I will be.
Look at that carnage. Look at that absolute carnage.
Oh, great grenade there.
Yeah.
I keep forgetting I've got them, I'll be honest. You've not
doing
seen me
so
use it
good.
very much.
I always forget we have like the ice bombs. I never use the ice bombs.
I'm not an ice bomb kind of guy.
Yeah, they're super helpful. Like when you're getting absolutely peppered with like big tough enemies, just throw
Yeah.
one of those down. It all stops. I need to keep remembering that it's a thing.
But that's it. Everyone plays it slightly differently. But I think what is evident from today's stream is even if we don't get to the Marauder, I think we have utmost confidence that Simon would flatten him.
We'll see. And hopefully I've proved that you know, priests can play video games.
I mean, I don't think any of us have any doubt there.
Well,
You've,
chatting to you guys.
Doom Eternal is a solid bar to play, so yeah, definitely.
yeah, massively. Right, gents, I'm going to say, now that the firing has stopped, that's probably an apt time to round up this stream. Obviously, people know where they can find Rob, next to me. So, do seek us out online, give Bethesda UK a follow if you'd like to stream, if you have any feedback. Or we can go straight to Simon, one would assume. Simon, where's the best place for people to find you?
So I stream live on Twitch, usually Monday, Wednesday, and Friday nights. You can find me under Vicarious BIG. Or if you just Google search the Gaming Vicar, I think you'll pretty much find me one way or another. So have a look out there. And do come join me anytime. I'd love to welcome you to my streams.
Fantastic. Simon, thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Thank you
Thank
for
you so
having me
much.
here. I really appreciate
Of
it.
course.
Have a great QuakeCon, everyone.
We will do. Thank you for watching, everyone. Please stay tuned. There will be more great content coming up right after this.